In this video, I am going to show you how to interpret the view and example for the unit conversions question about the dosage that you were given. So the original question is here. We have a 23 kilogram patient. We have a dosage formula of 56 milligrams per kilograms per day. And we also know that it is available, the drug is available in a 400 milligram per 5 milliliter suspension or in 500 milligram tablets. So that's a lot of math. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of math information. We need to look at part A to see what information we need to use. We may or may not use all of this information in one setting. How many tablets should a 23 kilogram patient take every 4 hours? So let me get my little pen here. Let's do a highlighter. Okay, so we have how many tablets? So we need to look at the tablet right here. 500 milligram tablets has to do with tablets. We know it's 23 kilograms, and then we know it's 4 hours. So in our question, we have 2 pieces of math information, and also the fact that it says tablets tells us to use this math information in the first original problem. So let's look at the example. When you're in a MyLab homework assignment and you click on, if you have trouble, you can click on View and Example, and they're going to show you how to do things, but sometimes you need a little help interpreting what they have. So in the example, for part A, they start off with 23 kilograms, which is what we're given in both of these situations, in the original and in the question. And then they gave us that the dosage formula is 56 milligrams per kilogram per day. So that's what this is, 56 milligrams per kilogram. And then the per day looks like a times 1 over day. So the day is also in the denominator because it's got this little slash here. Okay, so all of this corresponds to all of this. And then we have that we're talking about 4 hours. 4 hours is 1/6 of a day. 1/6 of a day. As in, the 24-hour day is broken up into 6 different 4-hour periods. And that's why we do 1 over 6. And then the tablet, they tell us how many tablets, 500 milligram tablet. 1 tablet is 500 milligrams. Now, why do we know that we write the 500 on bottom and not the top? And the reason is, let me change my pens again. There we go. We want to keep our units diagonal. So notice we have a milligram and a milligram need to cancel. One's on top, one's on bottom. These same units are diagonal to one another. Same thing here, the kilogram to kilogram. This one's on top, this one's on the bottom. Day, day. And then the only unit, let's see. Only unit that is left is the tablet, because this 4 hours is just meant there to explain 1/6 of a day. And so okay, so this is the math part of how to work this. And of course, then you would just multiply all of the top numbers and then multiply all of the bottom numbers and then divide by the total to get your final answer. Okay, I'm not actually going to do that right now. All right, and then part 2 or part B we would, let me get my highlighter again, and part B, we have a drop factor, 10 GTT per milliliter in a 12-hour period. What flow rate should be used in units of GTTR per hour? Okay, so we start off again with a 23 kilogram patient. So that's from the original. This time in the original, we're not going to use the 500 milligram tablet information. We're going to use a 400 milligram per 5 milliliter information. So that's where, well, first we use this 56 milligram per kilogram per day. So this piece comes from this piece. And then 1 day is 24 hours. And the reason we do that is because we need these units to be diagonal again. So again, kilogram, kilogram, day, day. And we are wanting our final answer to be in terms of hours. So that's why we end up with hours here. We do this conversion. If we didn't do this step, we would have per day. We do this step, so we have per hour. And then the other piece of information that we're given is in the original problem, and that's where this 400 milligrams per 5 milliliters. Now, why is the 400 milligrams on bottom? It was presented first in the problem. It's on bottom because, again, we need the milligrams and the milligrams to be opposite, diagonal from one another. And then the final step is to put this 10 GTT per milliliter there. How do we know the order? Again, we want the milliliters to cancel. And notice the only units that haven't been crossed out are the GTT and the hours. So now we know we have the right units. And once you know that you have the right units, the only thing left to do is then to multiply everything on top. So we would then multiply the, we would multiply the 23 times the 56 times the 1 times the 1 times the 5 times the 10. Multiply all those numbers together and write that here. And then we would come back and multiply, there's a 24 and a 400 together. And then you take those two numbers and divide them. So once you have it set up, it's the same way as we've been doing it in all of our other problems. So let me know if you have any questions. These will take practice. So let me know if you need some help. Thank you.